Test, test, test.
Only one. And the way it works is for some reason when you put it on your ears, which you don't need to do, it doesn't come through it. So you wear it around here. Okay. And then the mic's in front of you and that's fine. Sounds good. And it's however long that is, that's how much space you have. So you might want to scoot that way a little bit.
Yeah. For us?
Number 4 is the last.
Jack?
Yeah, and then, the D, the big D. You told me that maybe Matt wasn't good.
I think it might be like, hold on. There we go. That's our lineup today.
Wow. Look, that's very nice. Is that on their Insta or something?
Yeah.
Well, see, aren't you plugged in? I don't even have that. I'm not really looking for it. When you're connected, you have lots of information, see?
All right.
It looks like they might be doing their own thing, so their people can watch their own thing.
Yep. And it'll pick me up just fine right here. Let's see. Can you hear me? Awesome.
The other thing is, like, so she'll text me if it sounds good.
All right.
We'll get an instant.
Sounds great. No, it's Matt. Yeah. Who knows? I'll do a little PT exam with him. Is this on your channel? Is this on your channel?
It's on there.
Okay.
If you love hockey,
Yep.
lots of fans today. No pressure.
All right, hello everybody. My name is Jack Perry. I am one of the goalies rostered on this club team here. Recently had a little jump up to the D1 team for the time being, but hopefully back soon. And here we go as we get underway at Walter Brown Arena today. And today's matchup against the Pups, we got RPI coming in today. So RPI brings it into our zone pretty quick. Pups coming off a pretty good weekend last weekend with 2 wins, so can't complain about that. And hopefully they can keep this pretty good win system going here. So starting goalie today for your Pups, Dimitri Koulormanis. That's one of my buddies there from roller hockey. So I've known him for a long time. Excited to see him between the pipes today. right, Patrick Lindholm regrouping with the puck here. And puck setting in his feet. Pass across now. Shot on net and gloved by the RPI goaltender. Shot right there came from Andrew Larkin. And the Pups will now have an offensive zone faceoff to the glove side of the RPI goaltender. Patrick Lindholm in on the draw. Puck is dropped, and RPI kicks it back to the near side corner. Sent along the boards to the far side. Try to chip it out. Straight up to the point. Shot on net and just goes wide. Puck chipped up the boards. Peter Grace tried to keep it in. It skips by him, and now RPI has a rush. Driving wide, gets inside, in on net, and Cooler Manis will tie up the puck there. Looks like we have 23 listed viewers here today on our broadcast, so welcome all to everyone watching. I'm guessing even though that's 23, it may mean a couple more with friends and family watching, so welcome in, and hopefully we can watch as the Pups try to get a win today. RPI cycling in their own zone. Puck comes up on the far side half wall and is kept in by RPI. Max Trudell regroups up to Kieran Garner. Tries to get it out, can't quite get off the blue line. Chipped up the boards now by Goldfarb, and it'll go right back in towards him. Goldfarb regroups, sends it up towards the middle, and chipped up. Pass for Tran doesn't connect, and he gets it back. Tran now walking over the blue line. No support with them, and RPI forces them out of the zone. BU trying to possess the puck here. Lyosa in the corner, sends it up the wall. Puck in the slot now, and RPI fans on the shot as the puck comes loose into the slot. Toe dragging around, and the arms stay down. There will be no tripping call there. Sent into the zone. Cooler Manis tries to stop it. Doesn't quite get all of it. And into the slot, and wow, RPI had a guy wide open in the slot there, and just a miscommunication as they failed to connect and get a scoring chance. Now they will be forced to regroup in their own zone. Sends it up the wall and in on Cooler Manis, and he will cover. Nick Stevens in on the draw, and he sends it up now. Luca Garofalo with the puck now. And he will try and send it back in. Peter Grace now jumping on it and sends it down into the zone. Nick Stevens contests in the corner, and the puck gets chipped out. Peter Grace first one back on it, and he will be forced to regroup. Curls around the net and sends a nice saucer pass up to Colin McGuire. Nick Stevens drives wide, fans on the shot, and sends it to the middle and doesn't connect with McGuire. RPI now chips it out of the zone. Mike Green now contesting the puck. Sends it over to Lindholm. Lindholm shoots wide, the net comes off, and the play will be called dead. I will say, as a goaltender, the pegs in this rink are not great. They do not stay on. Sam Barry in on the draw now. RPI chips it up, and Owen Christopher gets tied up and will force the RPI forward off the puck. Pups regroup. Barry at the blue line. Sends it in for Lindholm. Lindholm makes a move inside. Attempted centering pass goes just through the paint and doesn't connect with anybody. RPI now regrouping with the puck. Puck sent across and deep into the zone. Patrick Lindholm back on it first. Misses the puck, and Cooler Manis will be forced to cover. Yes, these pegs in this rink do come off very easy, so be prepared to see a couple whistles here today for the nets coming off. Shot in on the net, and looks like Cooler Manis may have gotten a piece of it and sends it wide. Puck chipped out of the zone now, and Patrick Lewicki will send it down. Goldfarb now. And puck jumps around in the neutral zone, and now RPI will send the puck back in. Sends it up to the point. And still fighting for possession here. Puck sent down low into the far side corner. Puck battle here. It comes loose. Kieran Garner now contesting the puck in the corner. And the puck is sent up the wall. Can't quite hold on to it. Nice toe drag. And puck goes through the slot. No one there. Sent on that. And a great block. That was Patrick Lewicki with the block there. And RPI will dump into the zone. They forecheck hard. And Tran now with the puck. Walking through the defensive zone. Sends it up. Pass does not connect. D to D for RPI, and they send it up the blue line, and their pass doesn't connect. Now Tran with speed on the puck into the zone, gets taken down, and the referee's arms stay down. No call on the play. Tran contesting the puck now, chipped up and out, and delayed offsides. BU will be forced to regroup. RPI now possessing and sending all the way into the zone. Cooler Manis stops the puck and rims it out and out of play. No change for BU on the play, and the puck will be in the defensive zone to the glove side of Cooler Manis. Puck sent into the corner. And Nick Stevens comes away with it, chips it up the wall to Tran. Tran bats it out. Now DeBella with the puck, makes a nice move, tries to push it through, and gets on net and sticked aside by the RPI goaltender. Didn't quite get all of that, as he was pretty contested by both RPI defenders. Big hit there along the defensive far side wall. Mike Green now on the puck, gets pushed, and battling for possession. RPI comes away with it, sends it to the point. Puck sent in on net and goes just wide. Peter Grace now contesting the puck. Sent up by McGuire, who seems to be wearing number 74 today for some reason, other than his normal 93. Now puck chipped up and too far for the reach of the RPI forward. And Lindholm sends it, and Peter Grace to flex it up into his own bench. So face off now at center ice. Or I apologize, the neutral zone, just in front of the BU bench. RPI gets the puck in deep. And puck bounces around. RPI repossesses. D to D. And put on net. Rebound. And Cooler Manis is there to cover up. Looks like the puck hit something on the way in and found its way back on to the stick of an RPI forward, who quickly shovels it on net. And Cooler Manis is there to smother it up. Lindholm in on the draw, in his feet, and puck sent into the slot, back to the point, and can't quite possess is the defender for RPI. as the puck bounces off his stick and is now a battle for possession along the near side wall. Lindholm comes away with it. Looks like a possible 3-on-2 here. Lindholm centers. Barry puts it on net and gloved by the RPI goaltender. Shots are only 3-1, and we are about halfway through this period. 3-1 in favor of the Pups. Not many grade A scoring chances yet in this game. Seems like these teams are just trying to figure each other out, and there's a lot of play in the neutral zone and not many teams possessing the puck so far. So we'll see if that changes as play goes on here in this game. Pressure from behind on Mike Green and chipped up and out of the zone. Now puck is loose in the neutral zone. RPI repossesses, tries to get it deep, and fans on the play. Mike Green sends it up. And puck is deflected in, so there will be no icing. Peter Grace now with the puck, chips it all the way up. Looking for Andrew Larkin, I apologize, Patrick Lewicki, as he's in on the puck. Andrew Larkin now contesting the puck. And puck is in the feet, hits, and looked like we had a possible rush there for RPI, and the play is blown dead due to a penalty in the offensive zone. And looks like they're calling both the RPI player as well as Andrew Larkin. Matching penalties, and we will have what looks like a 4-on-4 situation for the next 2 minutes. RPI possesses the puck now at their own blue line, sends it back. And they cross over the nice move, gets it back, shot, and goes wide. Now sends it up, and passes intercepted. RPI now making some moves, trying to dangle through the slot, and doesn't quite work. 3-on-2 now, if the Pups realize it. They drop it in, work back for Nick Stevens, shot, and it is smothered by the RPI goaltender. Probably the best scoring chance of this game so far, and the RPI goaltender stands tall. Rebound control has been solid so far. Everything to the glove has been smothered, and that one right to the gut, he gives no rebound. Puck sent up now, breakaway, and shot in and saved by Cooler Manis. Great save as he comes out, challenges the puck, and takes away the space. Another shot and another save by Cooler Manis. Deflects off of him and goes just wide and around the boards. Cooler Manis standing tall as well. Puck sent into the slot. Garofalo's reach, can't quite get it. And another pass looking for the middle. Possible breakaway, and doesn't quite. Too many men. That looked like too many men to me. RPI was in the midst of a change there, and it looks like the ref's hand stays down. Peter Grace now walking the puck up, sends the puck up for DeBella. DeBella gets it back, walks in, shot, and gets deflected wide. Now Dom Liosa with the puck. Pass goes off the blue line, and Peter Grace sends it towards the penalty boxes as the players are getting out. And another funky bounce to the neutral zone, goes wide, shot, and deflected off the defender's stick and up high and wide. Liosa now to get the puck. It will not be an icing as it doesn't make the length of the ice, and he'll regroup behind his own net. Getting some speed, carrying the puck. Walks around two RPI defenders, tries to send it to the net and goes wide. Lyosa working back now, actually makes contact with the puck and gets it deep. Lyosa goes for a change, and puck is up and out of play on the near side. And we will have a face-off. Looks like inside the zone. .806 left to go in this first period of play. And face-off is won back by BU. Kieran Garner with the puck, sends it to the net, puts it on, and it is smothered. No rebound from the RPI goaltender. Very smart shot by Kieran Garner to get that one through. Well placed, and hopefully next time the Pups get some traffic and take this goalie's eyes away. Puck is sent through the neutral zone, pass doesn't connect, and now Goldfarb will send it in on net. No one there to contest the goaltender, and he will play it to his defender. Puck is sent up and out, now a 2-on-1 with RPI, and pass doesn't connect. Lindholm now on the puck, sends it up the boards, and turned over to RPI. RPI trying to possess along the wall, and sent through the slot. Goldfarb gets a piece of it, and sent up to Lindholm now. Lindholm driving wide, misses the puck, and Barry sends it to the net, and it is blocked by the RPI defender. In on the forecheck now. Christopher tries to send it to the middle and doesn't connect. Christopher, Barry, and Lindholm, the forwards, out now for the Pups. And offsides is the play. Little hiccup at the blue line, and RPI will be forced to come outside the zone for offsides. Yeah, the ref seemed to be trying to raise his hand and blow the whistle at the same time, so hence the late whistle. Face off, one back by BU. Peter Grace sends it up, looks for Lewicki, and doesn't connect. Mike Green mishandles the puck quickly, and great play. Lewicki tries to send it on net and doesn't quite connect. RPI coming in through the neutral zone with speed. Great play by Mike Green to push the RPI forward wide. Puck is sent through the middle, and Stick from BU pushes it wide. Lewicki now walking into the zone. Can't quite corral it. And in the slot now, Lewicki sends it back for Peter Grace. Walks in, shot wide, and rebound, and they score! Andrew Larkin gets the first goal of the game with his mom in the building today. Special goal for him. Puck bouncing in the slot and finds the stick of Lewicki. Lewicki makes a smart poised play, sends it back up to Grace. Grace with a shot that just goes wide, and crazy bounce off the boards. Finds Larkin right by the near side post, and Pups are up 1-0. Thomas Raymond now with the puck, sends it back up, and BU clears the zone just to give it right back to the defenseman of RPI. RPI deflects into the zone. Dom Lyosa now on the puck, and he carries. He'll walk, cut to the middle of the ice, and walk in wide. He tries to make a nice move, and looks like kind of just tripped over himself there. And puck is deflected by Tran, as Tran with a very nice hit along the boards. RPI possessing now, and they will send it up the wall, now along the blue line. And Max Trudell will send the puck out of the zone. Tran contesting the puck hard. And RPI will send back into the zone, but no one there to retrieve it as Dom Lyosa carries the puck once again. Tries to send it in the middle, puck centered, and we have a penalty on the play on BU, it looks like. And it'll be Chris DeBella going to the box there. And we had a turnover behind our own net. And in attempt to diminish a scoring chance, the Pups take a penalty. 5 minutes left in the first period of the play. And we will have our first power play and penalty kill of the game. RPI regrouping, sends it down along the half wall. And up to the point, D to D. Puck sent to the slot, shot, and goes wide. Cooler Manis sliding over in an attempt to make the save. Puck sent to the point, shot is on from the point. Great pad save by Cooler Manis. Another shot tries to get through, and Peter Grace will win this puck battle and rim it along the boards and get it out of the zone. Sam Barry, the first forechecker in on the puck. Pups playing a 1-1-2, and both forwards get beat by the neutral zone pass. Mike Green sends it back to the outside, chips it up. Owen Christopher now with the puck and sends it up. Barry now has a one-on-one, and nice, tries to make a move through the feet and doesn't quite work as RPI now walks back into the zone and sets up. Puck sent into the middle and sticks in the way as that play is broken up. Dom Lyosa now wins the puck battle on the penalty kill and sends it all the way down. RPI goaltender regroups, sends it back to his defenseman. And now we have 30 seconds left to go on this RPI power play. Puck in the feet now. Patrick Lindholm walking around, walks in, shot, and off the post. Patrick Lindholm has a pretty quick release. And RPI goaltender seeing that on the glove side. Now 3-on-2 for RPI now. And play gets broken up and they will be forced to regroup. 10 seconds left on this power play. Shot into the net, deflected, and saved by Cooler Manis. And now the Pups are even. The penalty kill has succeeded, and 2-on-2 now break. And shot goes just wide. Pups get a well-needed change after that penalty kill and get some fresh legs out on the ice. Mike Green chips up the wall to nobody, and RPI will regroup. And that will be an icing as Mike Green gets back to the puck first, and we will have a face-off in the offensive zone. Yeah, well, as you've seen so far, Cooler Manis standing tall between the pipes, making some key saves on that penalty kill. And Pups in the slot, rebound, save, and another save by the goaltender. Great pad save and another great save on the rebound. Puck sent in from the point, goes just wide. Colin McGuire getting physical along the wall. And Mike Green, good job to get there and keep this one in the zone. BU on the forecheck. Puck, it's sent up and out. Peter Grace puts it on net, rebound, and cleared. Sent back in front. No one's there. And once again, the net comes off. And the play is blown dead. Great pressure there from the Pups. And sometimes you can see an intentional push off the net where the net comes off and it is fully intentional. In this building, very unlikely. Goaltender just playing the position normally, leaning into his post for support, and the net will typically just come off. So RPI not allowed a change here as they chip the puck up and out of play, and will be forced to have the same guys in the defensive zone. From my view here, it seemed as if the RPI defenseman just chipped it up and out of the zone himself. So great call by the refs to have no change here. Puck is sent into the far side corner, chipped up and out of play, and once again we will have another Another face-off in the defensive zone. This time they are allowed to change as it deflected up and out of the glass first. It hit the glass first before going out, rather than being sent directly up and out of play. Owen Christopher now in on the face-off. 1:45 left to go in this first period. Puck is won back, and a quick shot goes just wide. Kieran Garner pinches on the puck. Misses the puck, but that is okay as it looks like Goldfarb is there to help him with support. Puck is sent in. Now a breakaway. Shot in a great glove save by Dimitri Kulermanis. Fantastic read. Perfect time back up and a wonderful glove save. In my opinion, as the goalie, it needs a little more windmill, but it worked. A little more style points on that one, Mito. Fantastic save to preserve this lead, and especially late in a period, you need a timely save like that, as that can really kill momentum. Turnover there. RPI walks back in, curls up, and tries to send into the slot. Puck sent now for Lindholm. Lindholm tries to put it through feet and doesn't quite work. RPI chips it off the boards. Tries to get inside advantage, and Lewicki stands tall along the near side wall. Puck now sent over. Dom Lyosa now walking in with the puck. Stops, slows up, and sends it in on net, high and wide. Puck sent up to the wall now. That's Thomas Raymond now with the puck. And puck now in on the goaltender. Pushes it wide, and RPI will send it to the near side wall and out of the zone. Tommy Raymond now regrouping with the puck. Sends it up to the middle for Tran. Tran curls. Sends it over to Lindholm. Lindholm gets pushed off the puck there. And RPI now regroups behind their own goal line. Sends it up the near side wing. Sends it deep into the zone. 10 seconds left to play now. And battle for the puck here along the far side wall. DeBella comes away with it. Sends it up and out of the zone. And we will have an icing with 1.7 left on the clock. Nick Stevens in on the draw, and shot is sent in and gloved by Kulermanis. Great period from Kulermanis as he stands tall against multiple breakaways. Yeah, 6 shots against Kulermanis, but they were quality. And we will come back for period number 2 in a few.
Awesome. It's so nice having you. Thank you. All right. I'm going to go see my niece. I'll be back.
30.
Go up to 30. Is that what she said?
We were at 36. We went down. Oh, 34 now.
People took a little break. We'll look up who they were. Have to leave it during the break. He's not used to hockey. They all jump over to get on the thing. So they use the door.
Oh. Quick changes. All right. That's your brother? Okay. All right. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back for period number 2. Your Pups up 1-0 over RPI after 1. RPI dumps the puck into the zone here. And Tommy Raymond now regrouping. Sends it back behind the net for Lyosa. Lyosa fakes one way, walks out the other, and Lyosa and Stevens kind of run into each other there. A little bit of a miscommunication, but it's okay as we break the puck out. Sam Barry up for Owen Christopher. Sends it to the middle for Stevens and doesn't connect. Stevens gets the puck poked away from his, it was in his feet, now RPI. Puck sent to the net and doesn't connect there. RPI now curling towards the front of the net. Puck up and in the feet. Shot and smothered by Cooler Manis. Great save. Face off now to the glove side of Cooler Manis. Patrick Lindholm in on the draw with Mike Green back on defense. Violation on RPI, and they will be forced to switch out centerman. Chipped in to the zone. Peter Grace regroups. And now Lewicki in on the puck. Puck sent to the net, and the RPI goaltender sticks it aside. And puck sent into the zone now by, let's see, 13 is Andrew Larkin, apologies. Delayed offsides here. And Larkin takes a penalty there. Seemed like he didn't mean to do it as he rebound into the slot, and the Pups now finally possess. A lot going on there. Penalty down by the BU bench as Larkin is going to go for boarding, as he kind of got the RPI player by the numbers there. And he at least got up and gave him a little tap to make sure he was okay. But another power play here for RPI. Puck sent up and out of the zone now by Max Trudell there. Puck now into the zone. Tommy Raymond pressuring. And now the PK will come away with it. Sends it up the wall. And Tran looking to break with Trudell there, but doesn't quite work. Sent down low. Shot and put into the pads of Cooler Manis as he shuts down the near side. Cooler Manis trying to track through traffic. Puck sent across. Shot and smothered by Cooler Manis. Great tracking on that power play there. Nick Stevens and Owen Christopher, the forwards on this penalty kill, with Mike Green and Peter Grace, the two 6'4" defensemen here. And seems like RPI is looking to really hit that seam pass, the skip pass through the zone. And they've done it a couple times here, and the Pups haven't really figured it out that they need to get sticks in lanes. "40 seconds left to go on this RPI power play as they break over the blue line. But Mike Green, I apologize, Peter Grace is there to contest the puck. Now Mike Green showing towards the puck there. RPI walks it to the point, sends it down to the wall, shot on and smothered by Cooler Manis. And I am standing here with Mrs. Grace here on the camera. And before the period, she let me know that her brother is watching this game and asked the question, why are the players jumping over the boards? Is there no door for them to walk through? So just want to put it out there that very normal thing in hockey, jump in the boards, get some fast changes there. And the Pups have officially killed this power play. Sam Barry tries to send it back into the zone, and it's picked off. Looks like it's going to be icing, but Max Trudell beats the icing call. Luca Garofolo forechecking first, and now the puck is sent through the neutral zone, chipped in on Cooler Manis, and he will cover. Face off to the glove side of Cooler Manis here. Max Trudell in on the draw. Shot and a save by Cooler Manis. Stuck below the goal line on the rebound. And Trudell will regroup. Good support from the center there. Lyosa chips it up and out of the zone. And we will have an icing. Trudell in on the draw again. And both centers will be sent out for violations. And face-off is won back by BU. And now Lyosa comes away with it, possesses, sends it up for McGuire. McGuire bump pass to Trudell. Trudell off the bench there, and it will be deemed out of play, and the face-off will be outside the zone. Nick Stevens in on the face-off draw in the neutral zone. And Tommy Raymond chips up, still has it in his feet, over to Tran now. And finally, RPI comes away with it. On the rush now. Going wide. Now to the near side boards. Sends it up the wall to the point. Goes D to D. Stop, delays, and a shot finds its way in from the point. Cooler Manis asking for a kicking motion there, as it seems to have hit the RPI player's skate and found its way into the near side corner. The ref's debating the goal here, and Cooler Manis is confused as well, as it looked like there could have been a kicking motion, but refs say no and say that it was an unintentional hit off of his skate, and it finds its way into the net. 1-1 game with 14:50 left to go in the second period of play. Christabella in on the draw now, and RPI comes away with it and sends it in deep. Peter Grace walking around and blew a tire, yes, as Mrs. Grace says next to me. And puck is sent up and out of the zone. It's off, and that will be offsides as the puck escaped the zone. Lindholm in on the draw. It is one back. Mike Green now with the puck in his feet and sends it up to Peter Grace. Peter Grace coming through the neutral zone with speed. Walks in, dangles around him, can't quite hold on to it. Attempted centering pass and hits some skates. Peter Grace now working back on defense. Hits the helmet of Lindholm as it stays in the zone momentarily. And now RPI tries to generate some offense and ends up in a turnover. Puck sent up, hops over the stick of Barry, and will go for an icing. Good attempted pass there from the defenseman, and just seemed to have taken just a small hop over Barry's stick, and that will go for an icing. Lindholm in on the defensive zone draw. Puck is won back by RPI. Sent in, and puck goes high and wide. Barry chips up and out of the zone. Christopher now contesting the puck. And sent in. Mike Green sends the puck up and out of the zone. Puck sent now. Barry gets a stick on it, and wasn't quite enough as RPI regroups. Puck sent across, almost picked off by Lindholm there. And now RPI will dump it in and change. Mike Green now breaks it out for Peter Grace. Peter Grace taking his long strides through the neutral zone. Tries to dangle around him. Gets behind, centers, and in front, and through the middle, and doesn't quite work. Owen Christopher kind of caught the puck, put it down on the ice, and tried to jam it home. Lyosa makes a hard pivot move. Great hit by Raymond, and a great save off the opportunity that came away from the turnover. Puck now possessed by RPI behind the net. Walks, sends it up to the middle. Shot on net, saved by Cooler Manis with the left pad. Rebound to the corner. Pups seem to have lost their structure here. Puck sent in, shot, and they score. Cooler Manis made a hard push over, but just an overall great play by RPI as they possessed in the corner, and they held the really disorganized Pups defense in their zone. And it seems like everybody kind of just lost a little bit of structure there, and they make one pass and a bump over backdoor to a wide open guy. Not much Cooler Manis could do on that one. Turned over in the zone now. Delayed offsides. Tran kicks the puck out now. And RPI will possess again in their own zone. They send it up. Mike Green now repossessing. Makes a nice spinorama move. Oh, he spins away from the puck and sends it up and out. Now back into the zone is Peter Grace contesting the puck. And it'll ramp up off the RPI forward and up and out of the glass. And we will have a defensive zone faceoff. RPI, the clearly more dominant team so far this second period of play, as they lead 2-1. And are very much out shooting the Pups here. Patrick Lindholm in the corner now. Down to Peter Grace. Peter Grace sends it over from Mike Green. Mike Green chips it up and off the glass. And now RPI sends it back down into the zone. Shot onto the net, gloved down by Cooler Manis, and he will hold. Lindholm in on the draw. It is won back by RPI. Sends it over D to D, and the shot is blocked by Colin McGuire. And possible rush there for the Pups. Swiped up and into the BU bench. And we will have a neutral zone faceoff. Trudell in on the draw. Trudell gets it back, sends it up for Christopher. Christopher spins, sends it to the middle. Puck is bouncing, and it finds its way to the point for Lyosa. Lyosa over to Raymond. Shot through and goes high. Barry sends it on net. Raymond pinches, keeps the puck in. And now RPI will try and get it out of the zone. Blocked and kept in by Sam Barry. And Barry will get it back, send it deep into the corner. Owen Christopher now battling for the puck. Sent up to the point by Barry to Raymond. And now it's sent out as RPI jumps on the puck. One-on-one now. And Lyosa steps up and makes a good play. And Lyosa with a very risky play, trying to spin around his net and make a quick exit out of the zone, but RPI with a quick stick and almost turns it into a grade A scoring chance there. RPI sends the puck into the BU zone. Hard forecheck there on Mike Green. Now Peter Grace trying to shield off some pressure. And puck is sent to the middle, no one there. Now Lewicki will walk and take the puck up the zone, turned over. RPI with a break now. Walks in wide. Puck is sent back below the goal line. And good pressure by Trudell. Great help from him as a center to get that puck up and out. And now puck sent in, a 2-on-1 now. Puck sent across. And a great save by Cooler Manis as he gets over and takes away the chance. Pass looking for the point, goes out of the zone, and RPI will be forced to regroup. Now takes a hop off of a BU player, and we're calling to offsides here. It looked like the Pups kept the puck in the zone. Ref saying that the puck came out of the zone. And there you have it. We will have a neutral zone faceoff. And the ref sends Nick Stevens out of the faceoff circle, and Tran will now be forced to jump in. Raymond now with the puck. Sends it up into the bench. And the RPI player finishes the hit on Raymond. Nick Stevens back in on the draw. And RPI comes away with yet another draw. Seems like BU hasn't been doing great on face-off so far. And the puck is dumped in on Cooler Manis, and he is forced to cover. Face-off will be to the glove side of Cooler Manis now. Face-off won by BU now, and they attempt to push it puck up and out of the zone. And once again, another neutral zone turnover from the Pups. RPI walking in, Witz on the shot, and now Nick Stevens will possess. Nick Stevens sends the puck up to the middle. Miscommunication there. Now over to Tran. Tran puts on the brakes and can't quite hold on to it. RPI now regrouping. Nice move through the middle, and he puts one on and just wide. Puck sent in deep now by RPI. Goldfarb in on the puck. And it is in his feet. Nick Stevens coming in to help. And the puck's still in the feet of both Goldfarb and the RPI forward. Now it's finally sent up, kept in by the RPI defenseman at the blue line. And he will spin off pressure there and try and dump it back in. Gets control, sends it over, and doesn't quite get all the shot, but gets it on net. Cooler Manis forced to make a left pad save. And now the puck escapes the zone. Puck sent in far, in on Cooler Manis, and he will play the puck and cover. Lindholm now in on the draw. Colin McGuire on the left wing. On the right wing. Tommy Raymond now on defense with Dom Liosa. And Luca Garofolo on the left wing. Puck sent up through the middle. Hits a skate. Good corral there. And a great hit by Raymond through the middle of the ice. Seems to be a little bit shaken up there as he will change, and Mike Green will come on. Lindholm now dumps into the zone. Garofolo in on the puck, and he takes a hit. And now the physicality is picked up a little bit. Ref's arm is up in the air, and it seems like BU will go for a penalty, as they call a cross-check on Luca Garofolo. RPI wins the faceoff, sends it back to the point, down to the half wall, sends it across, and once again that seam pass gets through. Whoever is the weak side forward kind of needs to jump inside the lane and take that pass away. And it gets through again, and Cooler Manis there to make the glove save. Nick Stevens in on the draw for the penalty kill. Puck is won back again, sent D to D. And it seems this RPI power play goes from an overload and shifts right into a 1-3-1 here. And cycling the puck, looking back door, and it's finally put in. They got Cooler Manis to commit, sent the puck back door, and a good initial save on the goal line, or in the crease, and RPI shoves it home. I will say BU has not looked very strong on the penalty kill here. And shot in by Lewicki now. Hopefully that'll spark some more offense for the Pups going forward, as I believe the Pups have only 2 shots this period, with about 5 minutes remaining in the second period. And we will have another BU penalty. Another cross check. And that will be on Andrew Larkin. Penalty killers now, defensemen Lyosa and Grace, with Stevens and Christopher on forward. Puck sent up now. We have a 2-on-1 on the penalty kill. Shot and a save by rebound. And the play is blown dead as the net comes off. Nick Stevens in on a 2-on-1 with Lyosa. Sends it low near side, and he drives, tries to poke it free. It does come free, but at the same time, the goaltender went back into the net, and the net came off. Hence the whistle and the stoppage of play. RPI now walking the puck through the neutral zone. RPI defensemen seem to have blown a tire. And now they will repossess on their power play. Misfire on the pass there, and now puck is sent up for Nick Stevens. Nick Stevens deals with some pressure, is pushed off the puck, and now works his way back on defense. Lyosa sends the puck up. Stevens, big hit there, and sends it over to Lyosa. Lyosa can't control it, and now Christopher will chip out of the zone. Peter Grace now regrouping. Tries to send it up and out, and comes off of his stick and right on Cooler Manis. He holds and covers with 43 seconds left to go on this RPI power play. RPI sent out of the draw. Refs very active on the face-off circle today, tossing out a lot of players on the draw. I say just let the boys play. Tran tries to send the puck out of the zone. RPI keeps it. Sent down below the goal line now, as RPI sets up into the slot now. Put on net, and it's saved by Cooler Manis. Puck sent across, and once again, BU has failed to find and cover that seam pass. Now finally even. Tran now with the puck. And delayed offsides. Now Lindholm repossesses, walks over the line, sends it into Tran's feet, can't corral. And now RPI with the rush now. Mike Green stands him up at the blue line. Delays, and RPI forward now sends it up, and Tran will chip out of the zone. Max Trudell contesting the puck, now Tran. RPI sends it down the near side wall. Goldfarb sends it over to Green. Green up to Tran, doesn't connect. RPI regroups, and another pass in the neutral zone, can't connect for BU. Pass intercepted, walked in, and good back check by Patrick Lewicki there to break up the play. Sent up the wall now to Lewicki. Doesn't quite see it, and RPI defenseman will pinch in and keep it in. Sent D to D now. And sent in, deflected by Green, and now Lewicki will take it himself. Walks into the blue line, shot, and no one there to crash the rebound. The RPI goaltender hasn't seen many shots and sees this one and kicks it right into the slot. Peter Grace, nice stop behind the net there, regroups, sends it up to Lindholm. Kept in there by DeBella. DeBella tries to get it back, whiffs on the puck, and now RPI trying to regroup. Kept in by Lindholm. Lindholm shot on net, and it's deflected by Lewicki, up and out of play. .129 left to go in the second period of play. RPI, the clear dominant team this period. And now Luca Garofolo with the puck. Sends it to the slot, nobody home. And now the RPI goaltender will be forced to pounce on the rebound and cover. Nick Stevens in on the offensive zone draw and wins it back to Lyosa. Lyosa puts it on net, rebound, and the rebound is put wide. Puck now below the goal line. Sent into the slot, nobody home. And now, shot from the point from Grace. Grace sends it into the corner, goes wide. And now 55 seconds remaining in the second period of play. Peter Grace regroups at the blue line. And puck in his feet. And he finally comes away with it, walks into the zone, delays, sends it to the middle, and Garofolo can't get the shot on the net. And icing is waved off here. Lyosa sends it up for Grace in the middle. And Grace receives some contact from behind. Looked to be on the numbers there. And they do call it. It will be called a cross check there. And with 27 seconds remaining in the second period, the Pups will begin their first power play of the night. Puck is sent in deep. Christopher now for Barry. Barry walks up to Green. Green walks the blue line. Sends it over for Lyosa. Lyosa walks in, shot. And it goes, it looked like it hit the back of the net. How did that stay out? I guess the RPI goaltender got his glove back on it and was able to cover. .9 remaining in the period. Pups on the draw. One to Lyosa. Lyosa puts it on net. Gets through and it goes in. 5 seconds remaining on the clock and the Pups get their power play goal. I think Dom Lyosa will get credit as he shoots it through a screen. And I think it found the 6 hole of the goaltender between the pad and the blocker and squeezes over the goal line. Huge goal for the Pups there as they look to get back in this game and hopefully can use this and build off of this momentum heading into the third period. Puck is held now and sent on net, kicked out by Cooler Manis. And that'll do it, folks, for the second period of play. All right, we'll be back for the third period of play in just a little bit.
Thank y'all.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to the third period of play. RPI leads the Pups 3-2, and there's 19 minutes about left to play in this third period. Kept in by Mike Green. Saucer pass over to Lyosa. Lyosa sends it in and goes wide. Mike Green now sends it down the wall for Barry, and chipped up in and saved by the goaltender. And now Dom Lyosa curls back in, sends it back door, and goes just wide. Nick Stevens can't tap it home. The puck on edge. Nick Stevens looked like he may have attempted the Michigan there if he got it, and now RPI sends it up and out of the zone. BU now regrouping on their power play. So far, their power play is 1 for 1. Hopefully they can keep this 100% as they look to score another one and get this game tied. Sends a cross for Sam Barry, and the puck doesn't quite connect. Sent all the way back. Cooler Manis will stop it behind the cage, and he sends it for Lyosa. Dom Lyosa now sends it up to Peter Grace. Peter Grace walking the blue line, blows a tire, and now RPI walks back the other way. Christabella now sends it back behind the goal line. And Lyosa now walks up. Peter Grace now carrying, goes in wide. Grace will carry it himself all the way around the zone and get this power play set up. Sends it in front, in the feet, and can't quite shot. It's put on, and the puck is still loose. And RPI looks to come away with it. Patrick Lindholm tries to keep it in and sends it out of the zone. Peter Grace sends it over to Patrick Lindholm now. Saucer pass doesn't connect. And sent hard up the glass by the RPI defenseman. Cooler Manis will try and stop the puck. RPI looking for the centering pass, broken up by Patrick Lindholm. Lindholm walks up the wall, carries himself, sends it to the middle, gets through, and the shot goes wide from Lewicki. Puck goes all the way around the boards and back, and now Mike Green regroups for the Pups. Goldfarb now contesting the puck, and the puck is sent into the zone. Cooler Manis will hold and get a whistle. Some prime scoring opportunities for the Pups there, and unfortunately just shots wide and couldn't find the back of the cage. Shots now even at 20 apiece. And some contact there. Referee's arms stay down. And now a good hit by the RPI defenseman. And good turnover as Goldfarb corrals the puck, sends it on net, and is sticked aside by the goaltender. RPI looking to break out of the zone. Sends it down to the far side. And the puck will ramp up and back out of the zone. Now Goldfarb in on the puck. Dances around the guy at the blue line. And now that'll be sent in by Andrew Larkin. Puck is sent up and out. Peter Grace sends one in, and it is smothered by the RPI goaltender. Lyosa tries to keep it in at the line and send it over to Grace. Escapes, and RPI now will repossess. Sent up the far side wall, chipped up and out, and now Garofolo tries to push it through and can't quite corral it. Peter Grace now sends it in as he beats the delayed offsides. Lyosa sends a shot in from all the way up top and sticked aside easily by the goaltender. Now 2-on-1 possibly emerging. Shot and a great block by Peter Grace. as the puck is sent up and out and into the netting behind Cooler Manus. Tied up there, and now Owen Christopher sends a saucer pass over to Barry. Barry loses the puck, and it makes its way out over to Goldfarb. Goldfarb over to Green. Green puts it into the opposite side corner. Owen Christopher in on the puck, and a good step around by the RPI forward as he chips it up and out. Now sent along the far side wall. Still no possession here. Chipped up again. Now we have an offsides here. Sends it over to Barry. Barry walks back, repossesses in the neutral zone. Goldfarb over to Green. Green sends it up the wall, and that'll go for an ice as it does not connect with anybody. RPI will take advantage of the icing and get fresh legs out, while BU is not able to change. And the ref's hand goes up on that, and they will call Owen Christopher. And let's see what the call is exactly. The ref signals interference. And once again, RPI will go to the power play. BU sends the puck up and out, and the RPI goaltender holds as they will regroup on the power play. They send it up the near side wing, send it in on net, and sticked aside by Cooler Manus up into the netting. Great rebound control there. Puck is won back on the defensive zone draw by RPI. Walks up to the point, and shot is in and smothered by Cooler Manus. Great tracking on that one, and you will allow no rebound on that shot. Face off one back by BU, and Peter Grace will ice this one all the way down and force RPI to regroup on their power play. Walking down the near side wall, and still carries. Nick Stevens in on the puck, causes the turnover, and it is iced. Stopped by the RPI goaltender, and they will walk below the goal line. Sam Barry chasing below the goal line, and now RPI will walk in. They have a possible 3-on-2 here, but they will choose to get it settled. Looks back door, and the pass doesn't get through. Puck sent up. Now Barry with a 1-on-1 here on this penalty kill. Makes the smart play and dumps it into the zone. BU gets fresh penalty killers on, as now Tran will be the first penalty killer to contest the puck here. Pushes them wide. Pass gets through, and they will drop along the near side wall. Carries, and they will get settled. Shot towards the net, gets deflected wide. And now RPI repossesses again below the goal line on the far side. Sends it up the wall and tries to get pushed out. The defenseman keeps it in, walks, sends it back to him, and the puck hops over his stick. And now Tran has a breakaway. He comes in, shoots, and a good save by the RPI goaltender. Sent back into the front. Lindholm has it in his skates, and now the puck is sent up by RPI. They have a possible break here, and a great play by Goldfarb. Now Lindholm walking in on the puck. He shoots, and a great save by the RPI goaltender. Seems like the Pups just didn't talk there, as Lindholm, as great as a shot as he has, had Green with him behind him. Maybe walk in there and drop the puck back for even better scoring chance there. Off the face-off, Lewicki comes away with it. Walks to the point. Goldfarb puts it on net. Blocked and shoveled on net. Rebound. Another towards the net. And it goes just wide on another follow-up chance. Goaltender way out of position. And the Pups couldn't find the net. Larkin now. Trudell sends it up front. And a good save by the goaltender. Another save. And oh my goodness. A lot of pressure there by the Pups, and just couldn't find the back of the net there as they look to make this game even. Puck rolls in on Cooler Manis, and he holds. And we will have a face-off to the glove side of Dimitri Cooler Manis. Over to Dom Lyosa, flips it to the other side for Peter Grace. Peter Grace sauces it out towards the middle, and the RPI defenseman will regroup. Sends it up the wall. Back for Lyosa again, over to DeBella. DeBella looks for the middle, deflects off of a skate, kept in by Stevens. Over to Green, and Peter Grace. It's in the slot, it's in the crease, and nobody can poke it home. Sent back towards the net, blocked again. And Peter Grace will now be forced to regroup in his own zone. Peter Grace walks in and sends a puck up the middle. It looked like a possible 2-on-1 break, but couldn't quite corral the puck there. Lyosa contesting the puck now in the corner. And Stevens comes away with it and turned over. Sent down low by RPI towards the middle of the ice. No one there. DeBella walks and will now carry. He sends it to the middle for Tran. Tran in, and a great defensive play by the RPI defenseman as he pokes that one away. RPI now carrying along the near side wall. Will walk into the zone. Toe drags. Tries to go inside and back out. Doesn't quite work, but once again, no possession here, and the puck is deflected up and out into the back netting as BU blocks the attempted shot from the point.
Playing different teams too because of the 22 next to the out period because of the big bang. They got a cut and all the concussions.
No. For those of you watching on this stream here, you may have noticed the D pairs for the Pups have switched up a little bit as Tommy Raymond is not continuing to play this game, looking to possibly address an injury. So great save by Cooler Manis, and he will hold on. Turnover there by the Pups, sent back into the slot and quickly put on net. Cooler Manis sprawls out and is able to make the save and smother it up. But once again, we have adjusted D pairings here as we are seeing a lot more of more consistently, we are seeing Peter Grace out with Dom Lyosa and Jake Goldfarb out with Mike Green. Peter Grace tries to keep this one in the zone. And now RPI carries, puts it on net and gloved by Cooler Manis. .9:05 left in this third period of play. And the Pups need one here to get back in this one, and Max Trudell in now. Shot and a save on the follow-up chance from Owen Christopher. And the goalie makes the pad save as he goes down into the butterfly and covers up the rebound. But it looks like the Pups will go back to the power play here. And this would be a great time to tie this game. Your power play unit, number 1, will be Nick Stevens at center, Sam Barry on the right, Owen Christopher on the left, with Dom Lyosa and Mike Green on defense. Sent for Dom Lyosa. He walks, curls back up, sends over to Green, and not a direct pass. And Dimitri Koularmanis will step out to play the puck there. Solid puck play there. And now Sam Barry will curl back and look to get a clean possession. Nick Stevens walks into the zone. Dom Lyosa now on the near side wall. Will walk up, sends it to the middle, and Nick Stevens sends the one-timer just wide. Puck sent all the way back. And now Sam Barry back to retrieve it. Carries it behind the goal line. Will stop. Sam Barry sends it up for Nick Stevens. Stevens dealing with some pressure. Walks around. And the Pups will come away with it. Owen Christopher possessing here. Sends it up to the point. Over, shot in, rebound, and the goalie covers. A little bit of a scrum in front as Stevens gets sent down to the ground. And it looks like the goalie's kind of getting into it with Stevens. Maybe didn't like him pressuring the puck and going in for a rebound opportunity. And yeah, the goalie and Stevens are chopping it up, as they would say.
5-on-3.
And it looks like RPI has taken another penalty. Maybe a result of that scrum right there. 7:39 left to go in the third period of play, and the Pups control off the faceoff. 5-on-3 opportunity. Lindholm now. Over to Grace. Grace puts it on net and goes just wide. Lindholm now back. Corrals the puck again. Walks towards the middle. Sent it for DeBella. Shot, rebound, and it is covered up by the goaltender. This goaltender seems to have a tendency of blocking the puck down in front of them and then pouncing on the puck. Seems like the Pups just need to get traffic in front of them and poke those rebounds free. Sends it up the wall now. Lindholm over to Grace. He walks. And shot and a glove save. Great shot from Peter Grace as he walks in. And good glove save. Off the face-off now. Another win from the Pups. Sends it up to the point. Peter Grace fakes the walk. He shoots again, and it may be in the net. Oh, it's on the outside of the net, folks. Seven seconds left to go on the first penalty. So we will have now have 1 minute and 14 seconds of a 5-on-4 as RPI looks to kill off their second penalty. Lewicki now corralling the puck. receiving some pressure. He sends it to the slot, bounces out to Peter Grace. Peter Grace walks the blue line. Attempted shot, blocked, gets it back. Now sent across the blue line for Lindholm. Comes out of the zone, and they will be forced to regroup. Sends it up. And now Lewicki tries to shoot there, blocked. And now RPI clears. Cooler Manis retrieves the puck, leaves it for Peter Grace. Peter Grace to Patrick Lindholm. Lindholm veers over the line, looks for a cutting Owen Christopher, doesn't quite connect. And a great hip check by Dom Lyosa there. You don't see many hip checks in hockey nowadays. And that was a great check by Dom Lyosa as he pushed him off the puck. Nick Stevens tries to push it forward on the draw, loses the draw, and it is shot on from RPI, shrugged off by Cooler Manis. And with 5 seconds left in this penalty kill, it looks like RPI will be successful. And we are now all even. Sends it over. Nick Stevens now walks into the zone, sends it on net, and it goes high and wide. Puck sent back in on net and gloved by the RPI goaltender. And we will have a whistle and an offensive zone faceoff for the Pups. Puck is won back by RPI. Puck sent down the wall. And Mike Green pushes the player off the puck, sends it up for Sam Barry. Sam Barry chips it up and out of the zone. And now Owen Christopher will be in on the puck first. Nick Stevens looking to get in on it. Puck pokes free. And RPI will walk the puck out of the zone. Saucer pass from Peter Grace gets blocked down by RPI. And RPI looks to set it up as they walk in, shot and sticked aside by Cooler Manis. Puck sent up to the point now. Sent back down into the corner. RPI wins the puck battle, drives the far post behind the goal line, and it'll be turned over. Sent up to the wall now. Owen Christopher looks to get on it, and RPI is now delayed offsides. Now, Nick Stevens sends it into the zone. RPI corrals, goes D to D. And they send it into the zone. That'll be an icing. And Dom Lyosa there to guarantee the icing. And the puck will come all the way back down into the defensive zone of RPI. Face off to the blocker side of the goaltender. Patrick Lindholm in on the draw. Puck is sent forward off the draw by RPI and back into the corner by Peter Grace at the point. Puck is sent up and takes a funny bounce off the boards. Peter Grace reacts to it, sends it to Dom Lyosa. Dom Lyosa tries to put it through skates, and it is blocked up and out of play. .343 left in this third period of play. Pups need a goal. Face off, kicked back, and kept into the zone by Peter Grace. Nick Stevens, Chris Tabella tries to keep it into the zone. Peter Grace now wins the puck battle, sends it to Lyosa. Lyosa tries to chip it up, deals with some pressure, and RPI will keep it in the zone. Sends it to the middle, and pass is blocked and does not make its way to the middle. RPI pass doesn't connect and goes all the way back down into their own zone. Sent up, hits the ref here. And now RPI clears off the glass and out of their zone. Goldfarb sends it up the middle. Doesn't connect to Lindholm. Sends it back out, and now Goldfarb will chase the puck. Icing waved off here. Puck sent into the middle of the ice, and now escapes the zone. RPI forced to regroup here. Sends it to the far near side blue line. And they walk into the zone. Lewicki contests the puck. Puck sent middle, and a great job by Jake Goldfarb to block that one. Puck is sent back now with 2:25 left to play. Mike Green sends it up for pass from Larkin to Lewicki, doesn't connect, and RPI dumps back in. Now good breakout here by the Pups. Lindholm tries to send it in deep. And we will have another penalty on RPI for a cross check. 2:05 left to play. So basically the rest of regulation will be a Pups power play. We'll be curious to see when Coach DJ Walsh looks to pull Dimitri Kulermanis. And they will discuss that now as we have a Pups timeout.
I'd be happy.
All right, let's see what happens here off of this face-off. Hopefully the Pups can get possession here and control it, so that way they can look to get Kulermanis out of the net. It is one back, and now Stevens controls, sends it to the net, and the rebound is sent out of the zone. John Lyosa had a chance to keep it in and couldn't quite, and the Pups will be forced to regroup. Puck hits a skate, and Lyosa now will recarry. He turns, deals with the pressure, and Sam Barry now carrying the puck as he walks up. And sent around. Dimitri Kulermanis starting to make his way towards the bench, but not fully. Now Mike Green sends it up. Dimitri Kulermanis will finally go. Puck sent towards the net. And Owen Christopher does a great job winning that puck battle. Sent in, and it is held by the RPI goaltender. Shot from directly from the corner from Owen Christopher, I believe. Sam Barry now in on the face-off. And wins it back to Lindholm. Sends it wide for Lyosa. Lyosa back to Lindholm. Looks over. Down to Lyosa. He walks in. Shoots. Rebound. And the shot goes wide on the rebound. A minute left to play now in regulation. Sam Barry down to Nick Stevens. Battle for possession here. And the puck is attempted to be cleared. Kept in by BU. Sent over to Barry. Barry looks for the front of the net. Blocked. And it is sent out by RPI. And now good play by Lyosa to get back. 35 seconds remaining in regulation here. As they look for another push. Sent up to Peter Grace. Peter Grace walks in and will send it towards the net. Doesn't quite get through. And now Nick Stevens on the puck, and RPI comes away with it. Shoots towards the empty net, and it goes just wide, and that'll be an icing. And however, the refs messed up the call, as the Pups are technically on the power play, so there will be no icing. So instead of having, due to the ref's mistake on the icing call, the faceoff will be at middle ice. 15 seconds left. And the puck will go all the way down and wide. No icing here. 5 seconds remaining. Sends it up. And now Lewicki misses on the puck, and RPI will clear, and that'll be it, folks. RPI takes this one 3-2.
We just didn't have the second period, we'd be fine.
Pups almost battled back here in the third. Much better effort from the Pups in the third period. And that'll be it. Pups lose this one 3-2 against RPI. Thank you to all of those who tuned in today and friends and family watching at home. And hope to see you at the next one.
Very good. Next weekend. Thank you, Jack. Awesome job.
Thank you.
All right, now off to study midterm.
Yep.
You got that time?
Pretty
You got
much.
that time?
I've been in midterm mode for the past 3 weeks. So, yeah, physical therapy school will do that.
That'll do it. See you. Thanks again, bud.
Of course. Thank you.